Nike Metcons. Ooh. Looks a lot like the 7s, but the silhouette of the front is very different. If you ask me, it's a lot pointier. It's a bit more pointy compared to the 7, which was a lot rounder. There are some changes on the upper, on the design. Let's talk about that right now. So, first things first. It looks a lot like the Metcon 7, the previous generation, but to the untrained eye, it's gonna look the same. But I'm holding it right now, and a lot of the material has changed. So first things first is it has that same silhouette as the Metcon 7, which is still a translation of that 4-quadrant design, where over here in the back you have what stabilizes the shoe, or the stability part. Out here, this side, including this big thing, what used to be like an X, this is the grip part of the shoe, so that includes the outsole, and then the upper, which is your mobility side of the shoe, which is, if you ask me, it's a lot softer than the previous gen. And then over here, this is your lockdown. So what are the changes? Let's look at the changes first. Out here in the heel, it's exactly the same, except for this part. So the material here has changed. This one here looks pretty much the same, even the shape of the sole, where this part is hollow, right there. It says engineered to the exact specifications of championship athletes. It's really smooth, this material here. It's a lot smoother, So apparently the swoosh, see this pattern here, is supposed to mimic a thumbprint. And then over here, biggest change here is you have what looks like a rope grid Spider-Man looking web thing design. So this used to be coated in some sort of plastic. We don't have that coating anymore. So all you have is the stitching that looks like a grid. Now for rope climbs, since if you do CrossFit and if you use this for CrossFit, at some point you are going to do rope climbs, and generally the rope climbs tend to damage most shoes that aren't made for CrossFit, like a Nike Metcon, over here, over the upper, sometimes here. And in the previous generation, we had an extension of that rope guard. They call it a rope guard. So there is a harder plastic that coated this part. That's gone now. We just have that that grid, that web-looking thing, and behind it the words Metcon written. Okay. Another difference is there used to be a lock here. There used to be a lace lock here right in the front, and now you're left with this so that it doesn't catch on your jump rope when you're doing double unders. So that was the thing before with some of the shoes. The laces would catch on the rope, and that could prevent you from doing them unbroken. Next, another thing I'm noticing here is the absence of fly wire in the lace holes. So where the shoelaces go, these used to be fly wire. So those aren't fly wire anymore. They're now traditional lace holes, shoelace holes. And I don't know. It's a nice shoe, but I can't help but wonder, you know, with everything that the world is going through, that there's a little bit of cost cutting that has happened in this shoe. So the absence of fly wire, I really don't know, but I don't know if it's an improvement, if the fly wire was unnecessary, or if Nike, or if these championship athletes thought that that was unnecessary, since this is engineered to the specifications of championship athletes. So the championship athletes in the Nike stable, you have Noah Olsen, you have Cole Sager in the CrossFit space that are going to be testing this shoe to the limit. So I don't know, but that flywire, I thought that was nice before, but it's gone now, so I really don't know. And then that plastic extension of the rope guard. So I don't know if this is going to break down sooner if you use it on rope climbs a lot, but there is a very sticky rubber out here. So there's a grippy, sticky rubber here in the front as compared to right at the bottom. So the front, it's a very sticky rubber, and it has the same sticky feeling out here. The bottom is exactly the same as the previous gen. It even has that hyperlift text. So this is supposed to help you with your ankle mobility. It puts your feet in a better position to be able to do Olympic lifts like the snatch, like the clean and jerk. And again, it still has that Nike React outsole. Nike React outsole, or is it in the insole? So there's your insole. Pretty much your standard insoles, nothing fancy. Not like your Metcon Reacts in the past that were really a React insole. So now the React is just a midsole, not an insole. I think the Metcon Turbo, the Metcon Turbo 2 is now positioned as the premium Metcon shoe, while this is like your standard flagship Metcon shoe, I guess, the all-around one. But if you're looking for a more premium feel, maybe the Metcon Turbo is the one for you. That does cost a little bit more than this, so we'll see, and we'll see it in action. So there you are, that's your Nike Metcon 8. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you like it? Officially, this colorway is called the Volt colorway. Mint Foam, Cave Purple, and Volt. That is the actual colorway. Now, oh, there it is. I didn't see that. We're working to ditch the double box and ship shoes in a single shoe box made with at least 90% recycled content. So there you are, trying to be good for the environment. Way to go, Nike. Alright, resellers, beat your heart out. You're not gonna be able to sell these in a box. So, I mean, it still is there. Nike, swoosh. Everything Nike is still in there. As far as I understand, these shoes are made in Vietnam. Yeah, there you are. Construction is good. There's a little bit of some sticky rubber glue-ish things there. Just there, right there. Because we had a comment before where, I think there's the free Metcon 4 where they said there was a lot of rubber sticking out. But you know what? That's just being really nitpicky on a shoe. And come on, you don't see that when it's on feet. It looks nice on feet, and we're gonna see what it looks like on feet.